This some cold-blooded shit we about to get into. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Resistance coming back at y'all with another live stream. Maybe my last one for a little bit. So, don't get worried. I definitely will be back, but a lot of changes going on, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of changes going on. For those who wasn't in my live stream earlier, well, you get the chance to get the news one more time. You know, good news like this don't get spread, so you got to say it twice. And I feel as though earlier I really didn't do justice with explaining everything that went on, everything that happened within this whole year of me being without my daughter. Shout outs to Dragon Net, Melissa S, Keepers of the List. Appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all share this, man. This is very interesting. We're going to get into it. I'm going to spend about an hour on this situation. Hopefully not even that. I got 3 pages to read to y'all. Okay? It's going to be a play-by-play review, and I'm going to explain things in between. I just want to let y'all know now when I'm done with this live stream, I'm coming back with a regular live stream like I usually do. Shout out to Walt K-Do. FUCKDSS. What's going on, bro? What's up? How you doing, man? Yeah, so you know what? Before we get into the custody review, I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat, and I want to say thank you to everybody who commented on the last live stream that I uploaded. I appreciate y'all, and we're going to get into it. So shout outs to Baron Giddings. He said, yo, congrats. Going through something similar. This just inspired me. That's right, my man. Stay strong. Hold your ground. Do not let the courts dictate to you what's going to happen. You dictate to them what's going to happen. That's how it goes. Okay? You stand strong, especially if you're not guilty of anything. We got Lion 1. Chuck the deuces up with a smiley face. Shout out to Lion 1. We got Mike Jones. Mike Jones said, congrats, fam. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. And it's been a long time coming, but it came. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to Becky up. She said she just missed it. Speaking about the live stream earlier when I first gave up the information that I'm about to give to y'all in a few minutes. She says, congratulations. Thank you, Becky, y'all. Appreciate you. Sydney Sue, got a lot of emojis up there. Thumbs up, 100, the heart. Appreciate you, Sydney Sue. Thank you. Base Welshman, he says, congratulations. Must have been awful not being able to see your daughter for a year. Was it? Oh, man. You know what I did? To keep my mind off of it? I was everywhere in public. I recorded everything. That's what I did. That's how y'all got the content, man, because such a tragic thing happened to me. And, to stay above water, I had to stay firm on something that I had to do or was interested in doing at that time, and still is at this time now, was cop watching. So that's what I did. I stayed firm on that. But shout out to Base Welshman. He said, as a woman scorned disgusting behavior, now you can be dad and father. Who we got over here in the chat? Shout outs to JoJo Capone. Just got off work dealing with the real world. Level Wise to see. That day was the day I found you on YouTube. Shout outs to Level Wise to see. Melissa, to be honest, when people get accused of things like this, I'm like, they are guilty. But I never felt that way with you. Thank you, Melissa S. I appreciate you. Level Wise again said, congrats, John. Took too long, but I knew she'd be coming where she belongs. That's right. Jet 88, what's going on, bro? Y'all hang on in there. It's a lot of commentaries. Not no videos going to be shown on this live stream. This is the full disclosure of what I've been going through for a year. Okay? Full disclosure, and we're going to review the updated custody order papers. Yeah, but first, I want to pay special attention to everybody who congratulated me. So we're going to run through this. Manny Pants UK. Shout outs to Manny Pants UK. He said, absolutely fantastic. He got all types of party favors up there. I remember those first cops that tried to serve you court papers who were complete a-holes. Can't begin to tell you how pleased I am for you. Got it? I missed the live. Much love from the UK. Shout outs to Manny Pants. Appreciate you. Manny Pants UK, man. Photo Free America. Oh, that's a video he commented on. That's another video he commented on. 91787 Press. Congrats, brother. Great news. Yes, thank you. Thanks, my man. DD Lump, she congratulated me. Level wise, she's all through here. Karen Payne, shout out to Karen Payne. Purse Mark 1. Appreciate you, bro. Sandy Dobby. Sandy Dobby, a long time subscriber. Sandy Dobby she's almost in the mix like I am, because she's on every video and she comments hard. Shout out to Sandy Dobby. She says, congratulations, another victory. Look after her well. She is your life now. Well done and all the best. Thank you, Sandy Dobby. I appreciate you. Will 78 Pruitt, congrats, my friend. Juan Sanchez. Hey, bro, congrats. Been waiting for this day for a while now. Ever since video with the cops and house visits and all the bull. Way to go. Shouts to Black Rhino. Stop Injustice. Appreciate you. Loke Weymouth UK. I know he was going to be up in here. Watch this live to your respect. I am so happy for you both. It's a long and coming, but you got there, my friend. One love, big man. Yeah, thank you, bro. Haywood Jab with me. And the world better embrace for an upcoming warrior. Very happy for you, Resistance. Oh, yeah. You already know. Bruce Wilbur, some good news for a change. Great. Exactly. Lori Bluestone, good. Poor Dirt Farm. And shout out to Poor Dirt Farm. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Young Menace. Yeah, I stand strong all the time. Wake up America. Thank you. Congratulations, my friend. It doesn't get any better than that. I'm so happy for you. It's great to see that you start spoiling your little princess right away. And for those who don't understand what he's talking about, I went live earlier and broke the news earlier. And I actually was shopping for my daughter because it's countdown to daddy time. Yes, that's what it is. Countdown to daddy time. Melissa S. I had to leave the live, but I came back to tell you I'm really happy for you. I know you have to be I know you have to be on the biggest high after that, of course. I'm still am. Jay Senate King. Shout out to Melissa S for leaving that comment. I appreciate you, Melissa S. Jay Senate Candles. Congratulations, brother. That's some great news. Thank you, Jay Senate Candles. Dale Gibbler, congratulations, my brother. Amen. That is what's up. Yes, it is. Mike Jones says, sue the cop for defamation. He's speaking about the police officer who was involved when I went to go pick my daughter up. And we'll get all into that when I read the paperwork and everything. But Mike Jones is speaking about some heavy stuff because there was a police officer who said some crazy stuff. Matter of fact, I might look for that video as I might pull that up later. Well, y'all seen it plenty of times. Anyway, he's speaking about the cop who said, stop abusing your daughter. Yeah. Shout out to Mike Jones for that, for bringing that up. Let me thumb that up and heart it. Then we got Jeesley Crow Blackbird. I haven't seen these comments yet. He said, cripes, yeah, Mr. Resistance. Very happy for you, sir. It went the right way. Peace and be blessed. Thank you, Jeesley Crow Blackbird. Appreciate that, bro. Karen Jensen. Congrats, my man. You deserve it, and so does your daughter. Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate that. Shout out to Karen Jensen. Kevin Briney Arski. I am very happy for you. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate you. And those are all the comments on this video right now. As you see, it's not too many, but it's all my people who always follow me. And I know there's plenty of more of them, but they probably haven't caught the video yet. But I'm going to tell y'all straight up, it should be, I'm going to be honest with you, it should be at least at 2,500 views right now, okay? I just got out of YouTube jail last week, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm seeing is that most of you guys aren't getting notifications. So now I'm digging it. Not only do they punish you when you supposedly put graphic videos up, they punish you by putting you in YouTube jail, but also when you get out of jail, they cut your notifications. So just for here on out, okay, there will be a break taken because I'm about to receive my daughter, like I said earlier. But y'all go ahead and unsubscribe and then subscribe again so y'all can receive those notifications. Let's see if that works, you know. But right now, YouTube is on some shit, and you know, you guys aren't getting the notifications, but that's cool. All right, we all got things going on in our world, and we just got to keep it moving. But okay, let's get into it. It's the resistance. All right, where we at? Bam. All right, here we go. Let me blow it up a little bit for y'all. All right, here we go. I hope y'all can see that. Give me a 1 in the chat if y'all can see that as I read the title. We got Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the Trial Court, Probate, and Family Court Department, Suffolk Division. Got the docket number. Of course, you got me right there at the very top. At the very top. Now, this is the custody order, ladies and gentlemen, that happened here in Massachusetts. All right. So, for starters, let me just say that I went to court last Thursday in Philadelphia where egregious allegations were reported. Okay. So, as of now, my word to y'all is that I was in the courtroom and the judge told me that the order, the abuse order, protection from abuse order, is vacated and the case was dismissed. All right. Now, in the meanwhile, about a month and a half earlier, okay, Massachusetts came to a decision without even waiting for any evidence. Okay, remember it was going on a year. It's going on a year. All right. So Massachusetts made their decision about maybe a month and a half ago. A month ago. Let's just say a month ago. April 1st, a little over a month ago. And as you can see, it says all persons interested having been notified in accordance with the law. This matter came before the court for pretrial conference on March 30th, 2021. The notice and order dated March 1st, 2021 provided that the court may order the case to immediate trial on the date of the pretrial conference if the court determines that A, the parties will be the only witnesses, B, one party by failure to appear will not present a case, or C, immediate trial is necessary to accomplish justice. Plaintiff, which is the father, was present and represented him. Defendant, which is the mother, did not appear. The court called the case to trial. Let's get into it. Let me get a sip real quick. I might want to get y'all popcorn, get y'all a little drink or whatever. Roll up your CBD weed, you know. About to get a little deep, okay? It's about to get a little deep. Parental discretion is advised, ladies and gentlemen. Let me write this up real quick. All right. So, after hearing and evaluating all credible evidence and drawing all reasonable inferences therefrom, it is ordered and adjudged that the father should have sole legal custody of the minor child who bears my last name. In the event that the child needs emergency medical treatment, the parent who is with the child must notify the other parent immediately of the emergency and provide him or her with information as to the medical issue and contact information for the doctor or the hospital. Each party will have independent access to the child's medical, dental, therapeutic, and educational records and to any of the child's medical providers. Of course, either way, either may contact the child's school, coaches, therapists, dentists, doctors, or any other providers directly to obtaining information regarding the child. No problem for me, because I was always forthright with giving up that information. I had no problem with anybody, with the defendant trying to get that information. All right, so let's get on to the next line. The child shall reside primarily with the father in Massachusetts. The mother shall return the child to the father in Massachusetts no later than April 26, 2021. And we're going to get into that on why the child wasn't returned by that time. Okay. The child shall attend school in the community where the father resides. The mother may have video calls with the child on Tuesdays and Thursdays for up to 30 minutes per call between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock p.m. The mother may have in-person parenting time in Massachusetts in the discretion of the father. She shall not remove the child from Massachusetts, even temporarily. Okay, so let's go over this. All right, so this order was put in by me back in 2019. All right, so we went over that I have sole legal custody. Okay, any information that's pertinent about the child as far as medical and all that, school and all that stuff, she's allowed to know that. The child resides primarily in Massachusetts with the father. Okay, they made sure that they stated that again, in Massachusetts. And the child should attend school with the father in the community that we both live in. All right. So it also says that she was supposed to return the child by April 26th. But see, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. For those who are newcomers to the Resistance channel, let me break it down to you. Mother's Day weekend is when the child went to visit the mother. And upon returning to get the child back, there were egregious allegations reported about me that happened to my daughter. Okay? So that was in another state. That was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So Philadelphia, Pennsylvania immediately approved a protection from abuse order on me without any evidence, without investigating, not doing anything. They just straight went into, you cannot see your daughter. If you come within 100 feet of your daughter, you will be arrested. Okay, like I said, Mike Jones had mentioned about a video earlier of a police officer telling me to stop abusing my daughter. He had no evidence of me abusing my daughter. The only report was from the mother saying that these things had happened. And when I went to try to get my child, these are the officers that I interacted with. And because I didn't give them my ID, and I told them, I'm not giving you my ID, Officer Bonnet. I haven't forgotten about you, Officer Bonnet, Philadelphia, PA. I haven't forgot about you. But I told you I wasn't going to give you my ID. And because I didn't give you my ID, and I quoted law, you got mad. Because I made you give me your ID. And then after you gave me your ID, you said stop abusing your daughter. That's defamation. It was recorded. Okay? It was recorded, bro. You talk too much. But anyway, that's what came in the way of me getting my daughter. And no matter how many papers I brought from Massachusetts, they wasn't trying to hear it. They, as in Philadelphia, PA, Philadelphia Police Department, they didn't give a fuck about any Massachusetts papers that said that I had custody. And at that time, it was partial custody. Okay? And we'll get into why it changed as well. Okay? There's a hint up there and right here. Defendant, mother did not appear. The court called the case to trial. A lot of important shit went down supposedly within the last year. These are allegations that she reported. That's some important shit to come to court for. And she didn't come. So they called the case to trial. But that's what was in the way, was this order, this protection from abuse order in Philadelphia of me getting my child. And because it was two different jurisdictions, you know, they both are sovereign from each other. They do what they want. And because the child was in a different jurisdiction, they held the most weight. The jurisdiction that had the child. And that's the reason why I was removed from my child for a whole year. All right, let's get into page 2 real quick. Any questions, put it in the chat. Shout out to Mike Jones, lawsuit on that cop for defamation. Yeah, well, let me see what the chat talking about. Yeah, Mike Jones is in the chat. Audacity to start all this and not appear. Right. Well, testimony in Philadelphia was that there was a power outage in the whole community. There was a power outage on the day of court, and there was no way. This was a Zoom call. You mean to tell me that your phone wasn't charged up to make that appearance? Your tablet wasn't charged up? What does power have to do with anything? You got at least enough juice to get you through the early part of the day of when the power went out. You know, that's doesn't sound too cool to me. But anyway, let's go on to some more comments. I remember that he was most definitely out of place. Yeah, that's Officer Bonnet. Yep. Officer Bonnet was definitely out of place. Okay. I'm scrolling. K-Do said, nice, bro. Thank you, bro. Sydney Sue, shout out to Sydney Sue. Sydney Sue, so happy for you. I almost cried when I saw this today. Much love to you and your daughter. Thank you, Sydney Sue. I appreciate that. Yeah. Wake up, America. Great to see you, my friend. And my heart is smiling. I never get notifications, my friend. Yeah, that's what it is, man. You know, luckily I'm slowing down right now because of my new situation, my so happy new situation. But I gotta tell y'all again, try to unsubscribe and subscribe back again to get notifications. Hopefully that'll work. Shout out to Jay Says. Congrats to you and your daughter. Stay safe and blessed. Thank you, bro. All right, we're going to get into page 2 of this. Page 2 is... Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. All right. This one was a little folded, but I'm going to still blow it up. We'll still be able to see it. That's cool. All right, so this is the next page continuation. The next line, which is line 7. Each party may call the child once per day at a reasonable time when the child is with the other parent. Okay? Until the child is emancipated, each parent shall notify the other by email or text message as to any change in their mailing address, residence, telephone number, or other contact information within 10 days of such change. Neither party shall permanently remove the minor child from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The father shall provide health insurance for the child. That's something I'm going to have to question number 9 right there. Neither party shall permanently remove the minor child from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts because I plan to get the fuck out the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So I plan to challenge this right here. Question it. So number 10, the father shall provide health insurance for the child for so long as it is available at a reasonable cost and for so long as the child remains eligible. Parties shall share equally the child's reasonable and necessary uninsured medical, dental, orthodontic, hospital, optical, and blah, 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 blah. All the medical stuff that I've been taking care of before the bullshit happened. Shout outs to Charlie Dog. Each party shall have 30 days after receipt of evidence of an expense and corresponding payment to reimburse the paying party. All right. Wait a minute. Let me read that part again. Neither party shall incur any major medical or dental expense without the other party's consent. Okay. Said consent not to be unreasonably withheld. Each party shall have 30 days after receipt of evidence of an expense and corresponding payment to reimburse the paying party. Okay. Except as provided herein, all other requests relief is denied. All right, so we about to get into the brief findings and rationale. Let me light this up real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Remember, after I'm done with this, I'm going to move into another live right away within the next couple minutes. A regular live. And that'll be the last live for a minute. You know, I still post videos in between, though, of course. You know what I'm saying? I always give y'all the updated news whenever I can. So I won't leave y'all hanging. It's just some things going to be changing. All right? So all my loyal followers, I appreciate y'all. So 7, each party, yeah, we read that. We're getting into the brief findings and rationale. All right, so the parties are the unmarried parents of my daughter, who bears my last name, born 2016. Father filed a complaint on March 22nd, 2019. This is the meats and potatoes, ladies and gentlemen. Pursuant to GLC 209C, seeking sole legal and physical custody of the child. The mother filed a pleading entitled Answer and Counterclaim, but did not plead any affirmative relief in her counterclaim. The mother has not requested removal to Pennsylvania. Now, this is when it started, back in 2019, and it's going to move along. The mother's motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction was denied. The court, Armstrong J., found that the minor child resided in Massachusetts since July 2018, except for a few weeks when the child resided with the mother in Pennsylvania until she was incarcerated in January 2019. So let me slow down. Mother, father, daughter were in Massachusetts. Mother takes daughter to Philadelphia to handle some important business. In the meanwhile, mother gets into some shit and gets locked up. All right? So mother was trying to say, oh, no, we were living in Philadelphia. Once I brought up the custody situation, she tried to come to Massachusetts and say, oh, no, this relationship was over, and we agreed that it was over, and we moved to Philadelphia, mother and daughter. Okay, this was the game that she was trying to pull, all right? But I'm a beast, and I don't let that bullshit go by. All right, so the mother's motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction was denied. The court, Armstrong J., found that the minor child resided in Massachusetts since July 2018, except for a few weeks when the child resided with the mother in Pennsylvania until she was incarcerated in January 2019. The mother continues to reside in Philadelphia. While in Massachusetts, the child lived with the father, who was primarily responsible for her care. Despite multiple temporary orders to this court requiring the mother to return the child to Massachusetts, she has refused to do so since August of 2020. She also has refused to allow the father any parenting time with the child. In July of 2020, the mother alleged that she observed the child dancing provocatively and that the child disclosed that the father taught her to do so and touched her private parts. The mother claimed during these proceedings that the child was in therapy. The court appointed a guardian for the purpose of waiving or asserting the child's patient psychotherapist. Now let's wait a second because this gets deep. This gets deep right here. Okay, she accused me of all this shit and said that the child was in therapy. Let me go to page 3 real quick. Let me pull this down. This shit gets crazy, okay? This is what the fuck I was going through for a whole motherfucking year. These fucking lies. And this is how easy it is for a motherfucker to get, I'm talking about for a man, especially a black man, to get caught up in the system like this over lies. It happens. It happens. I'm lucky. Page 3. When the agent spoke, this is the agent, the GAL. When the agent spoke to the purported therapist, the therapist reported that she had sessions with the mother, but not with the child. There is no information for the minor child, which would require a waiver or assertion of the privilege. Okay? It is concerning to the court that the mother, who claims concern that her child was abused by the father, has not sought therapeutic treatment for the child. This shit is crazy. The probation department completed an initial investigation on August 5th, 2020, with an updated report dated October 22nd, 2020. The probation officer conducted numerous interviews. Shout out to the probation officer. Okay, the probation officer did a hell of a job on investigating this case. The probation officer conducted numerous interviews, including of various social service and criminal professionals in both Massachusetts and Pennsylvania. A detective with the Boston Police Department reported to the probation investigator in October of 2020 that he expected the criminal case to be closed because the child did not make any disclosures during her forensic interview. He believed the mother was pressing criminal charges to gain an advantage in the custody matter. The mother has not provided any evidence to this court of any findings supporting these charges against the father. In the meanwhile, I'm without my daughter, can't talk to her, can't see her, can't do nothing. Okay? I chose not to call because with the egregious allegations that she had already put on me, it would only take a phone call, a documentation of me calling for her to say that I'm making threats. I already have a protection from abuse order on me from Philadelphia. Why would I make things worse? Okay, so I had to sit without hearing not only seeing her, but without hearing her as well. Okay, since last Mother's Day of 2020, let's get back into the print. The father admits that there are criminal charges pending against him in Pennsylvania, which is incorrect. Okay, the criminal charges was in another state, which also has been taken care of, and that has been provided to the courts as well. All right. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this narrative, I'm sorry, this is not the narrative. This is, shouts to Worship Art. Appreciate you, bro. This is not a narrative. This is the investigation report of the agent, of the official that worked, the probation officer that works in the court that was handling this case. And she did an excellent job with the investigation, contacted all parties. All right. So the father admits that there are criminal charges against him in Pennsylvania, which is incorrect. It was in another state. With a court date of April 6, 2021, the child's daycare provider has no concerns about the child and the father's care. The father kept regular medical and dental appointments for the child, with the mother participating in one appointment by phone. The probation officer recommends that physical and legal custody remain with the father, and the mother had reasonable telephone and video contact with the child. The court endorses these recommendations after the thorough investigation and report. But let's jump back to this. The father admits he has criminal charges. These criminal charges that were in the past from an out of state and something that I neglected to take care of. They were misdemeanor charges. They were just taken care of. Like I said, that documentation has been provided to the courts as well. So that's clear right there. But as well, the reason why I'll go back to this, because this report was taken care of early last year, before I even confronted the situation, which was an out-of-state misdemeanor charge. So all this stuff was thoroughly investigated by the probation officer in early 2020, all the way up to at least, I believe, September or October 2020. All right, so the probation officer, here we go. The child's daycare provider has no concerns about the child and the father's care. The father kept regular medical and dental appointments for the child, with the mother participating in one appointment by phone. The probation officer recommends that physical and legal custody remain with the father, that the mother have reasonable telephone and video contact with the child. The court endorses these recommendations after the thorough investigation and report. The court does not take lightly the allegations made by the mother and notes that the father's court activity record information sheet shows that the father has a number of criminal charges currently pending in Massachusetts, and we all know what that's about, including disorderly conduct, intimidation, resisting arrest, and assault and battery on a police officer. We're waiting on that one too, ladies and gentlemen. And let me just let y'all know real quick, even though I might be stepping back, all major things that's concerning my cases will be brought forth to y'all. Definitely. Okay. Also, major events that's going on around the country and uploads of videos as well. All right. So, yeah, all these charges, these trumped up charges right here that I'm taking to trial. However, the mother has not provided the court with any credible evidence from Massachusetts or Pennsylvania supporting the mother's position. Further, the mother is residing out of state with the minor child without permission of this court, which has determined it has jurisdiction over this child and the corresponding custody matters. The father was the child's primary caretaker at the time. The father filed this action. The courts find that it is in the child's best interest that she resides primarily with the father. And this was dated April 5th. Okay? And we got the judge right here. This is gold. This paper is gold, all 3 pages, all right? It says everything, all right? It also states that there was no credible evidence. There was no evidence at all, ladies and gentlemen. There was no evidence at all. So, this is what certain people go through when, you deal with the wrong person. And that's just facts. That's just facts. So, a whole year without my daughter. She's coming shortly. I'm happy as shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just overjoyed. I'm Stevie Wonder right now. I'm overjoyed. Yeah. So that's what it is, man. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for listening. As y'all see, this news is not spreading like it should because, when I brought the news, I remember, let me say something. I'm the one that popped the news out to y'all, okay? And I felt as though if I'm everywhere in public and I'm reporting news from Seattle, Boston, Philly, Chicago, Rhode Island, you see what I'm saying? If I'm doing all that and this is crazy, egregious allegations on me, and I kept that on the low, well, y'all be looking at me funny like, damn, he talking about everything else, but he not talking about that. That's why I brought this to y'all a year ago, okay? Because what I told y'all back then is facts. I ain't care about the trolls. I ain't care about anybody who kept saying, oh, he's a deadbeat. Yeah, we had the chick Kate from Masshole saying he's a deadbeat. He owes child support. I was always holding weight with the custody because I was the one that filed it. Didn't know what she was talking about. But then I see a situation that she had with Turtle Boy and threatened Turtle Boy for defamation. And I had to drop a comment over there and tell her, hey, I dare you to sue him for defamation. Because once my situation get cleared, I'm going to sue you for defamation. And I hope she hears this. All right? Because there was a lot of people spreading a lot of bad stuff about the resistance. But guess what? I stood strong. I stayed on the streets. I delivered the news and gave y'all the juice. And I stayed firm and steadfast on what I believed in. I don't worry about them allegations. I kept it moving. like a real G supposed to. That's facts. So this is it. It's over with. Ain't no more to talk about. Y'all got it right here. Make sure y'all screen record it. Do a video out of it. Make an educational video out of it, okay? Shout outs to Theodore Weiss, my lawyer, who spanked the case. And he spanked it by sitting back with his legs crossed. Because guess what? There was no evidence produced. He spanked it sitting back in his office chair in the Zoom call with his legs crossed, twiddling with a pen in his mouth. And spanked it. Made them both look like fools. The defendant and the lawyer. The defendant, I'm speaking in the custody case. I'm sorry, in the custody case. But I was the defendant. I was the defendant in this matter. He made the plaintiff and her lawyer look like fools. Okay? So shout outs to Theodore Weiss, law officers in New Jersey. He did the damn thing without doing the damn thing. But I guarantee you one thing, if I would have went in there by myself, I doubt if it would have played out like that. And that's just facts. Yeah. Hey, man, it's over with. I'm done. Anybody else want to talk about it, let them talk about it. Y'all got the facts right here. Let's make sure y'all clear it up. If y'all here, and I'm talking to the genuine subscribers. Y'all know who my people is. Y'all know who y'all are. I'm about to jump out this joint, and I'm going to jump back into another joint in the next few minutes, another live stream. So y'all make sure y'all tune in if y'all ain't going to bed. Shouts to Level Wise to City, Mike Jones, Dragon Nut, Melissa S., Sydney Sue, Where's your audit? Appreciate you, bro. Jay Cynic Candles, Michael Ward, Charlie Dog 84. Appreciate y'all, man. It's been real. It's been real the whole time. All y'all. Most of y'all that's commenting now, y'all was commenting back then. And supporting me as well. Shout outs K-Do. Wake Up America. Much love to Wake Up America. Jojo Capone. Keeper of the list. Appreciate y'all, man. Lake Speed. Shout outs to Lake Speed. Shout outs to Lake Speed. He said he got custody of his son. Good news, bro. That's what's up. Sydney Sue said, I watch women do this to men in my family. They are only hurting a child. Happy it all worked out for you. Wow. That's crazy. Why do they do that? Like, I mean, not only was she trying to destroy the child, but she was trying to destroy me as well. Like, she was trying to get me out of there. Listen, what page was that? Right here. Let me show you something. It said a detective with the Boston Police Department reported to the probation investigator in October 2020 that he expected the criminal case to be closed because the child did not make any disclosures during her forensic interview. He believed the mother was pressing criminal charges to gain advantage in the custody matter. Now, from an inside scoop, I heard that back in September and October, well, I just heard recently within the past few months, but back in September and October 2020, when the case got transferred from Philadelphia to Boston, because Philadelphia exhausted everything and they couldn't come up with nothing, so they transferred it to Boston because allegedly this is where these allegations had happened. All right. So when they got transferred to Boston, this is what I heard. This is just what I heard. The plaintiff was calling Boston, pressing Boston PD to press charges because That's the only way. She was keep the child. If you charge me up, the child gotta go with the other parent. So this is how this chick was trying to wipe me out, period. Keep me out of my child's life and have me incarcerated. So, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm cool. I'm good. I got my daughter. I want to live my life like I always wanted to live my life, raise my daughter, and keep it pushing. That's just how it is. So shout outs to y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for hanging in there to get this news. And I appreciate y'all. It's the resistance, man. Y'all make sure y'all unsubscribe and subscribe back and, see if that little trick worked. And, hit the bell for notifications. Make sure y'all hit the like. Make sure y'all share this. You know what I'm saying? And be sure to join. Like I said, I still got upcoming things for members. I still got stuff for y'all. I'll make sure y'all join. Hit the likes. Everybody about to get killed out here. Like it for everybody.